Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aerin. I'm so happy that you're here. I have 5 random perfumes. I kind of went through my perfume shelves and was looking for fragrances I haven't talked about in one of these 5 random perfumes, and I just grabbed 5 different perfumes and thought I would talk about them. Before I get started though, if you haven't already subscribed, please do consider subscribing. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've tried these, what your thoughts are on these fragrances, and all of that down below. And ignore my makeup because I was experimenting and I'm trying to do test out all the shades in a palette, and this is kind of what we ended up with today. And it's a little outside of what I normally do. So yeah. Anyway, let's get started. The first fragrance I have is Electric Fantasy by Britney Spears. The bottles on these are very pretty. I wanted to, these were random, but I also was like, I want to get a variety of fragrances in there. So we have some that are newer, some that are older, some that are cheaper, some that are more expensive, and just kind of like a variety of ones that I might not reach for all of the time, and I need to remember they're in my collection. So Electric Fantasy came out in 2021. This one is so interesting. The top notes are passion fruit and pink pepper. Middle notes are heliotrope and jasmine. Base notes are benzoin and ambroxan. So at first it has like a fruitiness but with depth, if that makes sense. And I'm still getting that. It's just a little different. And I feel like the passion fruit kind of goes away pretty quickly. It's one that I need to wear on my skin. I don't think I've actually ever worn this fragrance, which is crazy. I mean, I have so many, and sometimes I just pick these up because they're cheap. I might need something cheap on FragranceNet to get to free shipping. I might see them at TJ Maxx or Ross and just pick them up randomly because I have been prone to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I like some of the other ones in the line better. This one is not as sweet. It's not as gourmand. It feels a little bit more unisex, I want to say. Like, obviously it's not unisex really, in terms of the notes and everything, but it's an interesting one. Not my favorite. Yeah. So we're just, like I said, random perfumes. Next one we have is Kilian. This is Fun Things Always Happen After Sunset. I actually really like this scent, and I'm sad that it's discontinued. This one came out in 2019. Our notes are black currant and green notes. Middle notes are lychee and rose. Base notes are musk and patchouli. Yeah, I get the black currant. I get the lychee in here. It's kind of there's a slight stinkiness to it, which I think comes from the black currant mixed with the patchouli. But it's like kind of intoxicating, stinking, like there's this undertone. It's like, oh, that's a little stinky, but it smells good at the same time. Does that make sense? There are a few fragrances in my collection that are like this that I just really enjoy, like Sultry Peach from Zara. I get that same type of feel to it. I don't wear this one as much as I want to because I don't have a backup of it and it is discontinued, but it's one that I need to wear more. And I need to not be afraid to wear it. But if you like fruity scents, this definitely has a nice fruitiness to it. If you like Angel, or Crozera, the first one, 2019, I think you would like this one. There's some similarities in that, that fruitiness, but with depth. I really like this one. I think it is a fantastic fragrance. I really wish they had discontinued it. So you brought back Boys with a different name. So bring back After Sunset, Kilian, because we like it and we want it back. Well, at least I would like it. It's probably, of this My Kind of Love line that I've tried, I don't have all of them. I'm missing one. I think this is my second favorite. Yeah, it's probably Princess, this one, and then Princess Rose de Mai is probably my third favorite in those type of bottles. This is Aerin Mediterranean Honeysuckle Clementina. I had to do a few takes of that. This one came out in 2023. This is my only Aerin fragrance that I own. The notes are clementine, bergamot, and Beauregard. Middle notes are honeysuckle, jasmine, and black currant leaf. Base notes are ambrox, super, musk, and moss. So I love this on initial burst. It's very bright and citrusy, and you really get that clementine in there, which is absolutely gorgeous. As it settles, though, I get more and more of the honeysuckle, which is not my favorite. I am not a big honeysuckle fan. It's an okay scent. I don't necessarily dislike it, but it's not something that I necessarily want to smell all around me as I'm wearing a fragrance. I wish the clementine was stronger, and I wish it lasted a little bit longer and wasn't so overwhelmed by that honeysuckle, but I still think it's pretty. I think it's a good summer option. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it, but it is something that I need to wear a little bit more. I think like in August, this will be really good with the high heat. So that's what I'm looking forward to, is wearing it then and really getting the full depth of it. Next up is from Zara. I told you we had all different types in here. This is Tropical Boost. This one came out, this was a limited edition, I believe. It's kind of hard to keep up with Zara, honestly. I leave that to Coco for the most part, but check out her channel if you haven't. But I still like to pick them up when I have the chance to. So Tropical Boost was from 2022. The top notes are pineapple, pink grapefruit, and mandarin orange. Middle notes are jasmine, rose, and almond milk. Base notes are brown sugar and woodsy notes. So for me, I kind of get that there's fruit in there, but I feel like the almond milk really pulls through. There's kind of a starkness to it that I not relate, but when I smell it, I think of like bitter almonds. There's almost like that bitter almond note in there. And I think the jasmine helps add to that. And then there's like some fruit in there. I don't necessarily think of pineapple. I don't necessarily think of, was it mandarin was my other note in there? Grapefruit and mandarin. Yeah, I don't necessarily get any of those notes in my head. Like if I'm smelling it, that's not what I'm getting. I get kind of a generic, it's a bright fruitiness, so maybe a pineapple would be kind of a good example, but it doesn't smell like pineapple, but it doesn't smell like citrus either. But I really get that bitter almond in there. I like it. It's not a love. It's oh, this is an interesting scent, and I think I'll wear it today, kind of a scent, but it's not one that I crave to wear or think, oh, you missed out if you didn't get it. It's interesting. This next one might be a controversial hot take, but this has been my favorite perfume for a very long time. It's one of the first perfumes I ever bought. I still smell it, and it makes me so happy. I've gone through several bottles of it. You might know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's still my favorite. It's still my, like, if I thought of a signature scent, this is what it would be like. And my best friend has told me that she can't wear it because whenever she smells it, she thinks of me. So that's how much I've worn it. This is Viva La Juicy by Juicy Couture. I know, it could be a hot take. So this is my third bottle, and this is where I am with this one. And I also have some of the extracts and the pure parfums that they've done in their larger bottles. So I've been using those as well. And then all the flankers, because I have all of the flankers to Viva La Juicy. Yeah, so I've gone through a lot of Viva La Juicy in my day. There's something so delicious about this, but also, I don't want to say it feels sophisticated, but it doesn't feel little kid-like some other fragrances can be. Like, they can be really syrupy sweet. I don't get that from this. So Viva La Juicy was launched in 2008. I did not get it right away. I was not into perfumes in 2008. It wasn't until Gwen Stefani put out her line and I started collecting the Harajuku lovers that I started to get into perfumes. And shortly thereafter, so maybe 2012 or so, I think no, that can't be right. 2010 maybe. I got Viva La Juicy, somewhere around there. The notes are wild berries and mandarin orange. Middle notes are gardenia, honeysuckle, and jasmine. Base notes are caramel, praline, vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. I feel like I get the amber in here. I definitely get the caramel. I get the mandarin in there. Like it's a light freshness, but it also feels like it has like some depth to it. I know a lot of people are probably like, that's such a basic scent and you're basic if you like it. And that could be. Yeah. I love Viva La Juicy. It's still my favorite. It will probably stay my favorite for a very long time. And I think, if you don't like it, that's fine. We all have different scents that we like. We all like different things. But this one still is one of my favorites. And I can't believe I haven't talked about any Viva La Juicy or any Juicy Couture scents at all on my 5 for 5s. Or 5 random perfumes. Sorry. 5 random perfumes. And I've talked over 100 perfumes at this point. I've never talked about Juicy Couture. And I have almost all of them. I'm missing a couple, but almost all of them. So here, we got to start with the one that started it all for me. So those were my 5 random scents. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on them. Have you tried them? Have you not? Are there any scents that you are interested in seeing in a 5 random perfumes? I mean, I know it wouldn't be so random, but if there's something that you're dying to know what I think about from my collection, let me know down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.